Miss Manning, I am not at all pleased to see you back here.
Me neither, Judge. But listen...
Not another word, young lady. ADA Morris, proceed.
Miss Manning was caught defacing hospital property while performing mandatory community service, initiated fights with several classmates at school, threatened bodily harm to her teacher.
But that teacher has always had it in for...
Order. Order.
Your Honor, if I may speak on Miss Manning's behalf?
Don't bother.
Okay, that's not helping.
Miss Manning, the last time you were here, we talked of learning that there are consequences to actions. There are. Vandalism is a crime. I'm ready to make my ruling.
Excuse me, Your Honor. Before you make your ruling, might I be allowed to speak?
Please keep it brief.
Your Honor, I am to blame for what happened at the hospital because it was my responsibility to supervise Star.
Miss Manning has to learn that she's going to be held accountable for her own actions.
Yes, of course. And she and I have had several discussions recently regarding her behavior. I think that we have actually come to an understanding. This acting out on her part, it was merely a very misguided attempt to reconcile her parents.
I commend you for your honesty, President Davidson, and for your attempt to protect your niece. And I agree, Miss Manning's problems are clearly a lot more serious than simple vandalism. They are the direct result of the actions of her parents. Therefore, I am hereby removing Miss Manning from the custody of her mother, Blair Kramer.
Oh, no, Judge, please, you can't do that.
Can't put her in some
I
jail.
can, and I will. I am certainly not sending the child home with you. I am well aware of the restraining order issued against you, Mr. Manning. Now sit down, both of you. No, I am awarding temporary custody to the only person in the child's life who seems to have demonstrated any sense of responsibility, who has put the best interests of the child first, her aunt, Victoria Davidson.
Please, Judge, I'm begging you, don't take my daughter away from me. I swear. Your Honor.
Order in this court. My decision is final. Any further outbursts will result in a contempt charge.
Yeah, but you can't... No.
We will revisit this case in 30 days. Until that time, Miss Kramer will be allowed scheduled, supervised visits with her daughter. We are adjourned.
You did this, Todd. Don't blame him. I'd rather live with Aunt Vicky than with you.
Star, that's enough.
It's the truth. At least she doesn't hate you and lie about you.
Blair, this custody thing is just temporary, and I will take very, very good care of Star. I promise you that, okay? Say goodbye to your parents, honey.
Love you, Shorty.
I love you too. And I hate you.
Come on. Blair.
Leave me alone.
What else do you like besides Blair?
I like my kids. A lot.
I like them too. I think they like me.
Oh, I know they do. In fact, Star asked me to come. She's worried about you.
They said you raped her. Blair.
They're wrong. I wouldn't hurt her.
I knew it. I knew you wouldn't rape her. You love her, don't you?
So much. You might be the only one who understands how much. No, Addie. I didn't rape Blair. I'd die for her. I'd never hurt her like that.
I knew it.
Mama, you all right?
Now that Todd's here, I knew he didn't do that terrible thing to you. Nobody should ever have that happen to them. I'm so glad it didn't happen to you.
Well, I was just checking up on Addie, making sure she's okay, so I guess I'll go.
No. Don't.
Are you sure you're all right, Mama?
Someone was saying terrible things about you and Todd, and I'm just not gonna listen to him anymore.
You shouldn't, Mama. I'm gonna go right outside in the hall, and I'm gonna talk to Todd for just a minute, okay? I'll just be right out there if you need me.
Be sure and tell Todd how much you love him, so he won't believe those terrible things either.
I'll be right outside. I'll come back in and give you a kiss goodbye, all right? Okay, Todd, you may have tricked my mother into believing...
I haven't tricked anybody. I'm telling the truth, and you know it.
What I know is you have single-handedly tried to decimate this family you say you love so much. Star's been taken away from me. Jack misses his sister. My mother has completely lost it, and I keep having these headaches. So severe that I feel like I'm gonna throw up.
I think you should go see a specialist.
Would you stop acting like you care?
I do care. I love you.
And you can stop saying that too, Todd.
I can't help it.
Well, you think that you're now this new and improved Todd, that you can say, I love you now, and it erases everything that
What do
you
you
did
want
to
from me?
I want you to let it go. Leave it alone. Accept the plea bargain. Plead guilty. And just make it go away. Do it for the people that you say that you love.
I love this family. You know that, and I want to end this whole thing as much as you do, but
Yeah.
copping that plea is not gonna help.
Yeah, and you think going to trial is. Do you think that? I mean, it's only gonna get worse, Todd. Worse for all of us. I'm gonna have to sit there and listen over and over again how you raped me. I'm gonna have to say it and tell everyone. I don't think that I can deal with that. I don't think any of us can handle that, and you know what it's doing to Star. You know what it's doing to Jack? He's having nightmares now. He knows that something is wrong, and he misses his big sister so much.
He misses his dad, too.
You know, you don't even think you did anything wrong, do you?
Neither do you. You know that.
Well, you know what? We're just gonna have to leave it up to a jury to pick who is right on this.
Unless you stop it. And you know you can do that. You can put an end to all this. Jack's nightmare.
Okay.
Star hates you.
No, you are not
can do that. You
going
know
to
that's
use...
what they want.
Don't do this.
What?
Don't you use my children to manipulate me, because I'm not doing anything wrong here. You are, Todd. You're the one that's hurting us, and I'm begging.
I'm not trying to hurt
here
you.
Begging you to
I
stop
love you,
hurting
Blair.
us. God.
You're the most important person in my life.
Don't. Just don't.
Valet parking.
All rise. The Superior Court of Lantana County is now in session. The Honorable Virginia Lowell presiding.
Be seated. Ms. Williamson, your request for a directed verdict of not guilty is denied. Ms. Buchanan, your request for a sequestered jury is premature, to put it mildly. Now, I hope you ladies aren't going to clutter my desk with any more frivolities. Now, both sides are ready?
Ready, Your Honor. Yes, Your Honor.
Bailiff, call in the jury.
She wasn't sure she could clear up enough of her schedule. Why?
I don't see very many people on my side.
I'm here.
Mr. Manning's attorney is going to try to convince you that the sex that Todd and Miss Kramer had on New Year's Eve was consensual. We talked yesterday during jury selection, and I know that most of you are married or have been. Many of you have children. And you all know what consensual sex is. And you also know that when a man holds down a struggling woman and forces himself on her, ignoring her cries to stop, please stop, you know that that is, ladies and gentlemen, rape. That night, Mr. Manning was in a violent, jealous rage. Why? He had been lying repeatedly to Miss Kramer. He tricked her into marrying him, remarrying him, in order to regain custody of children that he doesn't even deserve to be near. And she found out about it and rejected him. And he was going to show her but good. The defense is also going to try to convince you that Todd couldn't possibly hurt Miss Kramer because he loves her. Well, rape is not an act of love. Rape is an ugly, vicious, violent crime. You know that. Always remember that. Thank you.
Easy on Blair.
Good morning. You know that I represent the defendant, Todd Manning. The prosecution made a big point of warning you that I was going to try to convince you of this or try to persuade you of that. But let's just get one thing very clear, okay? It's not a matter of convincing or persuading, it's a matter of proving. The state has to prove that Mr. Manning is guilty of a crime. Mr. and Mrs. Manning fought, yes, that is not a crime. They had sex afterwards, yes, that is not a crime. To charge a crime, rape, is very serious. And it requires proof beyond a reasonable doubt, which means witnesses or evidence. Does this prosecutor have any witnesses to a rape? No. Does she have any evidence that a rape occurred? No. Evidence of sex? Yes. We're going to hear a lot about sex, ladies and gentlemen. But we're not going to hear any proof that a rape occurred or that Mr. Manning committed a crime. Blair Manning's accusation against my client is nothing but a... nothing but the terrible, potentially tragic mistake of a very confused woman. Throughout this trial, I ask that you remember one thing. That the burden of proof is not on the defense. It is on the state. Do not allow the Commonwealth to destroy a man's life without proof. Thank you.
All right, that concludes opening statements. Let's move ahead. Ms. Buchanan.
Thank you. The Commonwealth calls Dorian Kramer Lord. So you and your friend, Mr. Vickers, returned home from your New Year's Eve party, went into the living room, poured yourself a drink. Approximately what time was that?
Approximately 1 a.m.
And what happened next?
We heard noises, shouts coming from upstairs. I went into the foyer, and Blair came running down the stairs. She fell into my arms, and she was desperately trying to get away from Todd Manning.
Oh. You have medical experience as a doctor. Was Blair injured in any way?
She had bruises on her neck, her arms, and she was bleeding from a head wound.
And what about her clothes?
Her dress was ripped. Her makeup was streaked from crying. She was devastated. She was shaking.
Please tell us what happened next.
Todd refused to leave Blair alone. She kept insisting that he leave. He yelled that he would not. And fortunately, Mr. Vickers was able to force him out of the house. However, Todd would not leave it at that. Oh no, he broke a pane in one of the French doors and tried to force his way back in. I was terrified.
Did he eventually give up and leave?
Eventually, thank God.
And then, did Miss Kramer seek medical attention?
As a physician, I insisted that she go to the emergency room.
And after she sought medical attention, did she then go to the police and report what had happened to her?
Yes, she did.
Did you accompany her?
Yes, I went with her, and we reported that she had been raped.
Thank you very much. Nothing further, Your Honor.
Is everything Dorian just said about you accurate?
I guess. That looks bad.
What did I tell you about that kind of talk?
Go get him, Tiger.
Ms. Williamson, sometime today, please.
Miss Lord, you said your niece came downstairs a little after 1 a.m.
Yes.
And you insisted that she go to the emergency room for treatment. Is that correct?
Yes.
So why didn't she arrive at the ER until a full 2 hours later? The hospital report shows that she arrived for treatment a little after 3 a.m. What were you and Mrs. Manning doing during those 2 hours? Did it take you that long to convince your niece to cry rape?
Objection, Your Honor.
Withdrawn, Miss Lord. Were you present when the doctor made the initial exam?
No, I waited outside.
When the exam was finished, did the doctor say that Mrs. Manning had been raped?
No, we discussed the physical aspects.
In fact, you were the only one that insisted a rape had occurred. Isn't that correct?
She had been raped.
Not according to the doctor's report. Nowhere does it say the word rape or that Mrs. Manning ever said the word rape.
Nonetheless, she had been raped. I mean, she was in shock. They had her examined for rape. They had to keep her overnight in the hospital.
I read from the report. Minor head wounds, small lacerations and bruising apparent, not one mention of the word rape. Why do you think that is? If no one except you is crying rape at the hospital a full 2 hours later, why are we even here today?
Objection, Your Honor.
Sustained. Step down off your soapbox, counselor.
I'm assuming you called the police the minute you had a chance. Is that correct?
You know very well when we went to the police.
Yes, as a matter of fact, I do. Oh, it wasn't at 4 a.m. It wasn't even at 5 a.m. It wasn't until the following day that you led your niece into the police station so that she could charge my client with rape.
Yes.
So now, it's been over 15 hours. That's how long it's taken for Mrs. Manning to decide that she's been raped.
Objection, Your Honor.
Sustained, counselor. I'm warning you.
Miss Lord, why didn't you go to the police station sooner?
I had to convince her it was in her
That's
best
right. You convinced her. You worked for 15 hours to talk your niece into crying rape. And what do you know?
Your Honor.
She finally
That is not true. She had been...
Do you hate Todd Manning?
Excuse me?
It's a simple question. Do you hate Todd Manning?
He's hardly one of my favorite people.
Let me rephrase. You've known Todd Manning for a dozen years, and you have despised him ever since he became involved with Blair Manning. Isn't that correct? It's just yes or no, Miss Lord.
He is despicable. Yes, I despise him.
And now you have him exactly where you want him, don't you?
Your Honor.
Withdrawn. I think this witness has told us everything we need to know. Nothing further, Your Honor.
Redirect, Ms. Buchanan.
I reserve the right to recall this witness, Your Honor.
Noted.
But, Your Honor,
The
she has
witness
made
is
it seem like I
excused.
engineered this whole
Strike
thing.
that last remark from the record.
Your Honor,
Step down, Ms. Lord. Ms. Buchanan, I see that your next witness is to be Dr. Perez.
Yes, Your Honor. Unfortunately, Dr. Perez has been detained at the hospital. I expect her in the next 15 minutes or so.
Very well. Court is in recess till that time.
All rise.
Dr. Perez, you were called into 𝖹� Hospital to administer a rape kit on Blair Kramer early on New Year's morning, were you not?
Yes, 3:25 a.m.
And could you describe for us your findings?
Yes, the patient had had sexual intercourse. There was irritation and some minor abrasion of the vaginal wall. She had a cut on her head, some other lacerations, and incipient bruising of the upper arms, the thighs, and the neck.
And were these findings consistent with rape?
Consistent, yes.
Thank you, Doctor. The witness.
Dr. Perez, did Mrs. Manning tell you how she had sustained her injuries?
The patient didn't speak the entire time. Any questions I asked went unanswered.
Well, excuse me, but didn't she at least say she'd been raped?
She said nothing.
The alleged victim said nothing about rape.
No.
Doctor, you said there was abrasion of the vaginal wall. Does this only happen during rape?
No, it can be due to many factors, such as the amount of sexual activity.
So what your examination showed was that this wasn't necessarily rape.
I only said it was consistent.
If Mrs. Manning fell, this could have caused the cut on her head, could it not?
Of course.
And the lacerations and bruising could have come from that fall.
Possibly the lacerations and some of the bruising.
But there was definitely sexual activity. In fact, your report showed semen from 2 sources, did it not?
DNA analysis indicated that conclusively.
So Mrs. Manning had unprotected intercourse with 2 different men on the same night.
Yes, 2 different men.
There will be order. Continue, Ms. Williamson.
One final question, Dr. Perez. Given that Mrs. Manning had sex with 2 men on New Year's Eve, in your medical opinion, is it possible to tell which man caused the vaginal damage?
No, it is not.
Thank you, doctor. That's all.
Ms. Buchanan,
Nothing further, Your Honor.
the witness is excused.
Your Honor, the Commonwealth calls Kevin Buchanan to the stand. Mr. Buchanan, this has been the subject of much gossip, so let's just get it out there in the open, shall we? Have you ever been intimate with Miss Blair Kramer?
Yes, once. This past New Year's Eve.
Thank you. Now, how long have you known the defendant, this man right here, Todd Manning?
Over a decade?
But you haven't always known him to look like that, have you?
No, he's had a lot of plastic surgery. Todd Manning disappeared about a year ago. Everybody thought he was dead. A couple months later, he showed up. Called himself Walker Lawrence.
And nobody knew that he was really Todd Manning?
No.
But you had your suspicions?
Yes, I did. Later on, I learned that, in fact, he was Todd Manning.
Okay. So this man that you've known for over a decade, would you say that you have experienced his Jealousy? Did you know him as a jealous man?
Well, yes, I've witnessed his jealousy and his temper on several occasions, both as Todd Manning and Walker Lawrence.
Did you ever give him cause to be jealous?
No. Well, not at first, anyway. After I became suspicious of him, I didn't believe that he was who he said he was, which turned out to be true. And his relationship with Blair turned serious, then I became very protective of her.
So by New Year's Eve, it would be fair to say that his jealousy had some merit.
By New Year's Eve, Blair knew that he was actually Todd, that he had lied and manipulated her, that he was pretending to be Walker Lawrence.
Wow. You must have been very concerned.
Yes, I was concerned for her safety. Todd had told me that he would stop at nothing to hang on to her, and Blair had told me that she was going to leave him, so I was certainly worried what would happen when she did.
You've been very honest, Mr. Buchanan, and I thank you very much for that. Now, this isn't going to be easy, but I need you to describe for the court the relationship that you have with Miss Kramer right now.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Blair Kramer is my wife's cousin. We're friends.
And what was your relationship that you had with your wife, Kelly, on that New Year's Eve?
We were separated at the time. In fact, we had started divorce proceedings. Fortunately, we've reconciled. We put it behind us and we're back together now.
Well, that's lovely. But back to New Year's Eve. Why don't you tell us what happened?
I saw Blair. She was very upset at the Palace Hotel. Her marriage had completely disintegrated. I think she felt terribly abused and needy. She needed caring and love.
Is it true that you took a room at the Palace Hotel?
Yes.
And that you made love?
Yes. We made love.
What kind of man are you, Mr. Buchanan, when you make love? Are you violent? Do you believe in rough sex? Anything like that?
No, that's not who I am. That's not who Blair is either. She's a very gentle and caring person. It was mutual. We both cared about each other.
Restrain this man! Stop it!
That's what he did New Year's Eve, just like that.
Stop it now!
Stop it, Todd! Stop it now!
Silence! Mr. Manning, henceforth you will be shackled when you are in this courtroom. Furthermore, your bail is revoked. You will sit in a jail cell for the remainder of this trial. Officers, remove this man from my courtroom. Witness, jurors, you are excused. This court is adjourned.
All rise. The Superior Court of Lantano County is now in session. Judge Virginia Lowell presiding.
Be seated. Ms. Williamson, you've informed your client that I will not tolerate further physical or verbal abuse in my courtroom.
I have, Your Honor.
Mr. Manning. Mr. Manning, if you don't behave, you can watch these proceedings on closed-circuit television in your cell.
She means it.
I like it matters. Look how many people are rooting for Blair. Who's gonna believe me?
Mr. Mr. Buchanan, as we established yesterday before we were interrupted, you've known the defendant, Todd Manning, for a long time, since you were fraternity brothers at Landview University, isn't that correct?
Yes.
That's right. And you also established yesterday that you were very concerned about Blair Kramer, now that Mr. Manning was back in her life.
Yes.
Is that because his violent behavior that he has persistently exhibited since he was in college?
Yes, persistently. No one knows better than I do what he's capable of.
Objection. Approach, Your Honor.
Mr. Buchanan, you were worried about Miss Kramer's safety. You were suspicious about Walker Lawrence's true identity. So suspicious and concerned, in fact, that you hired a private investigator to dig into the background of the defendant. Isn't that correct?
Yes.
And what did you do with this information? Did you confront the defendant, ask him why he was using a false identity?
He said that Blair wouldn't take him back if she knew he was Todd.
Why not?
Because he lied to her. He deceived her, betrayed her, he kidnapped her kids.
Objection.
Strike the answer. Don't interpret, Mr. Buchanan.
Mr. Buchanan, did you observe an incident in Saranac about 3 months ago that made you feel that Mr. Manning would cause physical harm to Miss Kramer?
Blair and Todd were supposed to go to Saranac after their wedding. Todd didn't make it. He was detained by the police for questioning for something. I was there giving a speech. My mother was coming to see me. She was on a plane with Blair's aunt, Doreen Lord. They were in a crash and they were missing. Blair and I went out to search for them. There was a snowstorm. We got caught in it. We found a cabin and we took that for shelter. While I was trying to get us out of the cabin and rescued, I hurt my leg and it became infected. I got sick, I got the chills, and Blair was trying to keep me warm. That's when Todd came in and found us.
What happened then?
He went ballistic. I mean, he completely lost it. I honestly think he would have killed us both if the rescue team had...
Objection. Speculation, Your Honor.
Sustained.
Mr. Buchanan, you testified that you had sexual intercourse with Blair Manning. Is that true?
Yes, once.
Just yes or no, Mr. Buchanan? And when you were having sex with Blair Manning, you were also married.
Yes.
And you were serving as Lieutenant Governor of Pennsylvania.
Yes.
A position from which you have since resigned, correct?
That's correct.
Interesting. The timing of your resignation. It was announced just one day after the news hit that you had slept with another
Your
man's
Honor,
wife.
Objection, inflammatory.
Sustained.
The fact that you had to give up your powerful position. You must be resentful, are you, Mr. Buchanan?
Your Honor, objection.
Sustained. Ms. Williamson, questions of substance, please.
Mr. Buchanan, do you consider yourself an honest man?
Yes, I do.
When you and your wife moved back to Pennsylvania from Texas last year, you came sometime before she did, yes?
Yes.
And during that period before your wife joined you in Landview, you saw Blair Manning socially for drinks and dinner.
That's true, yes.
And when you went out socially with Blair Manning, did you ever feel you had to lie to your wife regarding your whereabouts?
I didn't tell Kelly
Did
where
you
I was.
ever lie? Yes or no?
Yes.
Will you please tell the court why you felt you had to lie to your wife?
My wife and I were having problems.
Mr. Buchanan, were you trying to protect Blair Manning from your wife's suspicions?
Yes.
So you've lied to protect Blair Manning?
Yes.
Then would you tell us, Mr. Buchanan, why we should believe you're not lying to protect her now?
Because I'm not.
No further questions at this time.
Nothing further, Your Honor.
You may step down.
All rise.
Miss Buchanan, call your next witness.
Your Honor, the Commonwealth calls Commissioner 𝖹 Buchanan. Commissioner Buchanan, you've had occasion to witness Mr. Manning's explosive temper firsthand. Would you like to tell us about that recent occasion?
Well, Mr. Manning was being held in connection with to another case. But he was anxious to get out because he wanted to travel to upstate New York.
Why was that?
Because he was obsessed with the idea that Blair was with another man.
And how did that obsession manifest itself?
Well, he was quite angry. It's probably a good idea that he was locked up in a cell to keep him away from her.
Thank you, Commissioner. No further questions? Your witness?
Commissioner Buchanan, you said you were holding Mr. Manning in an unrelated matter, but he was never charged, nor is he a suspect in that or any other case, is he?
No.
And while he was in your custody, Mr. Manning confided in you. He told you why he changed his identity. What was the reason he gave?
Mr. Manning said that he wanted to be with Blair, but he knew that he didn't stand a chance as Todd Manning.
He wanted to be with Blair Manning. And did he tell you why?
He said that he loved her.
He loved her. Did you believe Mr. Manning, Commissioner?
Yes.
Thank you. Nothing else? There's an expert witness next.
Who?
Your Honor, approach. I'm sorry, Your Honor. I just found out that my next witness, Dr. Ray Cummings, is not here. I can only assume that she's been held up by an emergency.
Very well. I'll expect to hear from you soon on this. Thank you. You can step back. Court is adjourned for today.
All rise.
I'll be by to see you later, okay? Mrs. Davidson, I would like to thank you so much for being here. For the jury to see you sitting behind Todd, it is a big boost for our case.
You know you can get me locked up.
Keep moving, Manning.
I didn't do this. I know you love me, Blair. You just have to let yourself feel it.
I do love you, Todd.
It's Valentine's Day.
I'm gonna ask you one last time.
I'm gonna answer you one last time. No, you can't go after Blair.
Blair, come on, let's wait for Nora outside.
Blair, please, you know the truth. I love you. Come on. Blair?
Let's go.
Blair.
Let's go.
Do you solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do. He kicked down the door. He threw me on the bed. And he stood over me. I asked him to leave, but he wouldn't. And then he got on top of me. And he tore my dress. And I tried to fight him. And I tried to push him away. I kept saying no. But he wouldn't stop. He's very strong.
Did you ask him to stop?
Over and over.
Miss Kramer, did he stop?
No.
He didn't stop?
He just kept on raping me.
Hey, remember what I said?
How could I forget?
Mrs. Manning, when did you learn that the man you knew as Walker Lawrence was actually Todd Manning?
December 9th. That's when it all became clear.
And you were furious?
Yes.
And on that day, December 9th, when you confronted him, how did he react? Mrs. Manning?
I didn't confront him that day. It wasn't till right before New Year's Eve.
Are you telling the court that you pretended he was Walker Lawrence for 3 more weeks?
I was afraid that he would
confronting him?
Take my children away.
But of course you would never try to do that to him, would you?
Objection, Your Honor.
Rephrase.
Argumentative.
Did you ever try to trick the defendant into signing a document that would give you sole custody of his children? Your Honor, please direct the witness to answer the question.
Ms. Kramer?
Yes. I tried to trick him into signing a document. I didn't want to battle. I was afraid for my children. He can be dangerous.
That's why you went on living with him, because he's dangerous.
I was afraid for my children.
While you were living with him, did you ever talk to him about Kevin Buchanan?
Todd was jealous of Kevin.
Did you ever try to talk to him about Kevin?
Sometimes I
To
did.
taunt him? Really stick it to him?
Objection, Your Honor. Badgering the witness.
Withdrawn. Mrs. Manning, according to previous testimony, you had sex with Kevin Buchanan on New Year's Eve. Is that because you loved him?
I thought that I could.
You knew he was a married man. Married to your cousin, in fact, but you thought maybe you could love him.
Asked and answered, Your Honor.
Withdrawn. After you had sex with Kevin Buchanan, you didn't spend the night with him, though, did you?
No.
Why not?
Because I realized what I had done was a mistake.
And Kevin might misinterpret.
Yes.
Because you didn't have sex with Kevin Buchanan because you thought you might love him, did you? You just sat here and lied to us about that, didn't you, Mrs. Manning? Can you tell the truth, please, this time? Why did you have sex with Kevin Buchanan on New Year's Eve? You didn't have sex with him on Thanksgiving or Christmas. Why New Year's Eve, Mrs.
Because I knew it would hurt Todd.
That is why you immediately went to your husband, Todd Manning, and told him all about it, isn't it? You told him that you had just had sex with Kevin Buchanan?
Yes.
And then, after you threw it in his face, you led him back to your aunt's home, where you engaged in rough sex.
Objection,
as you had
Your
many
Honor.
times
Pleading the
before,
witness.
because you wanted to punish.
No, that's not how it was.
Williamson.
He broke down the door.
In fact, it wasn't.
He came after me.
Order.
He raped me.
Order in this court.
I told you to leave her alone.
Order.
I told you to leave her alone.
Silence.
Relax.
Order. I will have order in this courtroom.
It's fine.
Ms. Williamson,
not stretch.
gain control of your client.
Dad, sit down and be quiet.
Order.
You sit down.
It's over now. I'm finished with Blair. It's over.
Silence. The defendant consent is hereby advised. One more outburst and you will view these proceedings from your holding cell. Is that clear?
For heaven's sake,
Do something more, Catherine.
Very clearly understood.
It's fine. Trust me.
Ms. Williamson, do you wish to continue with this cross?
Nothing further, Your Honor.
Ms. Buchanan?
Oh, no, thank you, Your Honor. I couldn't possibly. Absolutely not.
The witness is excused. Ms. Buchanan, your next witness?
Your Honor, the Commonwealth rests in the case.
Very well.
What's it all about? I thought you had a lot more witnesses.
Why bother when you just shot our case to hell again?
Is the defense prepared to begin calling witnesses?
More than prepared, Your Honor. The defense would like to call Victoria Davidson to the stand, president of 𝹭 University.
Over the years, I have seen remarkable changes in my brother. Todd went from being an almost childishly thoughtless person to being a very loving and caring man. Yes, he has a temper, and yes, he still loses control occasionally. But his love for Blair and his children is nothing short of profound.
Thank you, Mrs. Davidson. Your witness.
Mrs. Davidson, as owner and publisher of the Banner and now president of 𝹭University, you carry a lot of weight in this town, wouldn't you say?
I may. It's not for me to judge.
But in this case, you weren't in the bedroom when the alleged crime happened, were you?
No, I wasn't. But then I didn't testify as to what happened on New Year's Eve. I simply said that my brother had undergone a remarkable transformation.
Do you feel that a remarkable transformation justifies an act of violence?
Objection. Your Honor, the witness's testimony is only admissible as to the character of the defendant.
Sustained.
Nothing further, Your Honor.
No redirect, Your Honor.
The witness is excused.
Look, how many times do we have to go over this?
Until we get the facts.
I told you all I know.
Please answer the question, Mr. Buchanan. Did you or did you not know that Blair had sex with you just to hurt her husband?
No, I didn't know.
Then why did you testify that you were so worried about her safety? Why were you so sure that Todd would try to hurt his wife?
For God's sakes, do you want to know why? Why don't you ask Marty Saybrook?
Sidebar, Your Honor. Nothing further, Your Honor.
No redirect, Your Honor.
The witness may step down. Call your next witness, Ms. Williamson.
Your Honor, since Margaret Saybrook is here today, and since Kevin Buchanan brought her name into this proceeding, we have no choice but to bring her to the stand. At this time, the defense calls Margaret Saybrook.
Please state your name for the record.
Margaret Saybrook.
Do you
Nora, can she do
swear
this?
to tell the truth, the
I
whole
can't believe
truth,
she
and
is
nothing but
doing
the
this.
truth, so help you God?
Talk about desperate measures for desperate times.
Ms. Williamson, your witness.
Thank you, Your Honor. Dr. Saybrook, you are a psychiatrist practicing in California, are you not?
Yes,
And are you acquainted with the defendant, Todd Manning?
I am. We first met as students at 𝹭University.
Did there ever come a time when you were more than acquaintances?
Yes. One night I was drinking heavily, as I often did back then. And I went to a party at the Kappa Alpha Delta house. Things got out of hand. And I was raped. I was gang raped.
Would you tell the court? Was Todd Manning one of the young men who raped you that night?
Yes.
A lot of people feel once a rapist, always a rapist. Do you think that that is true of Todd Manning?
No. No, I don't.
Why do you say that?
As a psychiatrist, I can say that curing sexual predators is rarely, if ever, successful. But Todd was not a classic case of a sexual predator. His rehabilitation was a matter of facing his developmental problems, dealing with them maturely. I came to know Todd in ways that most people never could, not just as a victim. Subsequently, I was involved in a number of his struggles with his demons, and I saw him accept responsibility for them and work hard at his rehabilitation. I believe he succeeded.
Do you think that Todd Manning is still capable of rape?
No. No. I think he still has problems with impulse control, but not sexual impulse. Todd was so traumatized by what he did to me that, frankly, the one crime he would not commit is rape.
This is ludicrous, Nora. You can't let her get away with that.
Shut up, Dorian. So it is your considered opinion that Todd Manning would never rape his wife, Blair?
Correct. Yes. Aside from the fact that he seems to love her quite deeply, in my opinion, he would not rape any woman. Certainly not Blair.
Thank you, Doctor. Your witness.
Hello, Dr. Saybrook. Sorry we're meeting again under such difficult circumstances.
I know, so am I.
You look great.
Thank you. So do you.
Thank you. I'm going to have to ask you some hard questions.
It's all right.
I want to take you back to that night at the KAD house, okay? You were gang raped?
Yeah. Yes, by Todd and two others.
But not just by Todd. He was the ringleader, wasn't he?
Yep. Yes.
How long did the rape last?
I don't remember.
Please try.
I don't think I ever knew. You know, long time, one after the other. It's funny, all I seem to remember is it was raining outside, and there was this window shutter banging in the wind, over and over again. Pain. The humiliation, you know, the humiliation of hearing them laughing. Yeah, so all I kept thinking was, I just wish it would stop so I could go away, crawl away, you know, and die. God, I'm very sorry.
Please don't apologize. Don't apologize for that. I think it's probably very fair to say that it is a night that you will never forget.
Yes.
Is it a night that you can forgive? Have you ever forgiven Todd Manning for what he did to you that night?
No. I have not been able to do that yet. As you can see, I am trying.
me ask you something. Why did Todd pick you to rape?
Objection.
I'll rephrase. As his victim and as a psychiatrist, why do you feel Todd raped you that night?
I made fun of him. I rejected him. And he was humiliated.
Very much how he felt when Blair Kramer rejected him.
Objection, Your
Withdrawn.
Honor.
Withdrawn. No further questions. Thank you.
Looks like Todd's secret weapon just blew up in his face.
Dr. Saybrook, I know that everyone in this courtroom feels the deepest sympathy for you. Rape is a trauma that no one should have to endure. But I think it's important that the jury be clear on what you're saying. By testifying that you cannot yet forgive Todd for what he did all those years ago, does that in any way change what you said earlier? That you feel that Todd Manning is no longer capable of rape?
No. No, not at all. I know Todd. I know what he was. I know what he is now. In my professional opinion, Todd would not rape anyone.
Thank you, Dr. Saybrook.
Nothing further, Your Honor.
The witness is excused. We're going to take a brief recess at this time.
Well, I think maybe we scored some points.
Yes. Especially when she broke down just now. Who do you think scored those points?
Todd, I'm doing what I can. But if you would just let me recall Blair, then maybe we would have a shot.
I tell you who you can call. Me.
Are you crazy? Forget it. That's suicide.
I can handle it.
All rise.
You're fired.
Be seated. Ms. Williamson, are you ready to continue?
Miss Williamson has been fired, Your Honor, and I'm going to represent myself now. So my next witness is me.
Clearing this courtroom. Mr. Manning, am I to understand that you wish to continue these proceedings pro se?
Well, if that means without the help of an ambulance chaser, then
you will not disparage an officer of this court.
Thank you, Your Honor. I would like a minute to confer with my client.
Now, why, Your Honor? Mr. Manning is waiving his rights.
That's right. I got nothing to say to her.
Ms. Buchanan, you know as well as I do that by encouraging this man to act in his own behalf, you're opening the door to an endless series of appeals. Mr. Manning, are you familiar with the phrase that any man who represents himself has a fool for a client?
I know my rights.
And I can't stand in your way. However, it is my responsibility to make absolutely sure you know what you're doing. Now, I strongly advise you to reconsider.
I've made up my mind, Judge. Can we get on with it, please?
This is no joke, Mr. Manning. In light of this new and unusual turn in the defense's case, I am granting a 10-minute recess so that counsel might persuade her client that he is making a terrible mistake.
It's not going to happen.
All rise.
Have you completely lost your mind?
I hereby call myself to the stand.
That's not it.
This is unbelievable. Where is Alan Fun?
Raise your right hand. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.